The Old Farmer's Almanac Garden Fresh Cookbook is packed with inspiring ideas, advice, and of course, delicious recipes. Joining me now is Amy Nexkins, the Associate Editor of the Old Farmer's Almanac. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
So fall is right around the corner, and apple season is here.
That's correct.
And we're using apples today, aren't we?
Yes, we're going to make cheesy apple squares. So it's a great way to use all the fresh apples we have in New England. We have so many great orchards, and so it's the perfect autumn dessert.
Great.
Really.
Now it's kind of unique matching it with cheese.
You would think it's unique, but it's an all-American combination, and the flavors really work well together, so I think you'll be surprised.
Oh, I can't wait to try. And this came out of the cookbook.
The Garden Fresh Cookbook, yep, it's been out since spring, and it's a unique cookbook. It's a combination of garden tips and recipes, so everything you need to come from your garden to the kitchen.
Terrific. Well, let's get started. I know you're going to put me to work here, aren't you?
I'm going to have you slice these apples, and you can put them right here in the bowl. And then I'll get started on the crust. So I have graham cracker crumbs here in the bowl.
Okay. About how much?
A cup and a half. Okay. And a cup and a half of all-purpose flour as well. Mix those together. A little baking soda.
And now am I cubing these, or am I keeping these kind of like in?
That's perfect. Yep, just slices like that. Yep.
All right. Now, is there a type of apple we want to use?
I'm using Braeburns today, so they're good for eating and baking. Certain types of apples are better for baking or making jam or just eating. We actually have a whole reference chart in the cookbook.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'll have to brush up then.
Best apples for baking or eating or whatever you want to do with them.
Okay. So do you have the oven preheated?
I do. It's at 350. And this takes only about 30 minutes to cook, so it's really quick and easy.
All right.
And I'm going to add some brown sugar as well.
Okay, how much brown sugar was that?
That's a cup. So, extra delicious.
So, how do you keep the apples from turning brown? Isn't there tricks to the trade there?
There are. You can add some lime juice or lemon juice, any sort of citrus juice.
And that's not going to affect the recipe, really?
As long as you don't add too much. I mean, don't add a cup, just a couple squeezes. But yeah, it should keep the brownness down, but we're working fast enough that you don't really need it in this case.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And what type of cheese are you using?
We're going to use just cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar cheese.
Okay. Yep. All right. So would you say this is one of your favorite recipes? I know it's popular.
Yeah,
cheese squares.
We have a great dessert chapter in this cookbook, so and apples are one of my favorite desserts. Anything with apples, so. So this is ready. I'm just going to press it into the pan.
All right. And I'm putting these apples in this bowl?
You are, and then we're going to add, that's about 3/4 of a cup of just granulated sugar.
Okay. That wasn't too tricky.
No, great job.
Thanks.
So apples, the great thing about apples is, well, you can't freeze them like other fresh fruit, but you can keep them for up to 6 months if you put them in a cool, dark place.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they would just start getting mushy.
Well, you can wrap them with paper, and there was an old saying that one bad apple really does spoil the whole bunch. So make sure you have every apple is, fresh and ready, and they can be stored for 6 months in the refrigerator or just in the basement even.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saved out some of our some of our crust that I'm going to use for a topping.
All right. Yeah. This goes in here. And when you said we're putting the sugar right on top of the apples?
Yeah, and then you can mix it right up. Make them nice and juicy.
Okay. Now, can you alternate or add any extra ingredients to this?
If I was making this in my kitchen, I would add cinnamon because I think the apple, sugar, and cinnamon combination is great.
You can't beat that, right?
Yeah.
Especially during the fall.
But a lot of people don't like cinnamon, so we'll keep it out today.
Okay.
And then next comes the cheese.
And the cheese is going to go right on top of the graham cracker?
Yes, and a great way to do this is to slice it before you start baking and just put it out and measure how much you need so you don't slice any extra.
Ah.
So I'll just put that on top.
And it's kind of a fairly big chunk here.
Yeah, you want a nice layer of cheese that will melt down into the crust. And
okay. And we should mention not just desserts in the cookbook.
Absolutely, a lot of healthy recipes using fresh ingredients. Whether you grow them yourself in the backyard or go to the farmer's market or even the grocery store. You can layer those right on top of the cheese.
All right, I can handle that. I hope. Oh, some of the sugar didn't get mixed in there.
That's all right.
Is it? Okay.
And we'll just make a thin layer. Perfect. And then for the topping, I saved out some of the crust, but I'm going to add chopped walnuts to it.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'll just sprinkle it.
Terrific.
You can help me if you'd like.
It's going to go right on top?
Yep.
We're using hands.
We are.
I think mine are clean. And we're just sprinkling?
Yes.
And now I'm making a mess.
So as you know, apples cook down when they're baked, so they'll make nice thin bars.
All right, now how long do you have to cook this for again?
About 35 minutes till the apples are soft and the top is brown.
All right.
Yep.
So that's all you have to do?
That's it.
Great. Well, I see there's finished ones over here. Can I try one?
Absolutely. They're best just warm out of the oven, or you can microwave them, just so the cheese gets a little melty.
Great. Oh, I love the combo.
Do you?
That is terrific.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's perfect for an after-school snack.
Yeah, and you often see apple pies served with a slice of cheese.
Great, Amy. Thank you so much for being here.
You're
Of course,
welcome.
you can find the recipe on WTNH.com. Stay with us. More Connecticut Style coming up after the break. I'm going to finish this little square.